Hi dear students, today I am here to discuss the concept of the pipelining, which is one of the most important part of your subject, the computer organization and architecture. Now let us discuss the concept, as few of the notes for this concept has been already been supplied to you people. Now let us discuss in detail what is pipelining. Pipelining is a mechanism for overlapped execution of several input sets by partitioning the computation into k computation. That means the real essence is to to partition the computation into k sub computation, or I can also say different k stages. And what are the advantages? The advantages are very nominal increase in the cost of implementation, then significant speed enhancement or improvement. I can say ideally this is k factor, the factor which is the same. If I have divided my computation into k stages, that means ideally we are improving our performance by k factor. And in general it is used in the instruction execution, arithmetic computation and memory access. I can also explain the concept of pipelining with a real life example. Let us discuss. Let me take the case of a washing machine. In case of washing machine, in general, we perform three operations. The washing. Let's say some machine is there which is working as a washing machine. We are washing the clothes. We are uh, we are washing the clothes, we are drying the clothes, and we are ironing the clothes. That means all these three operations we are performing simultaneously. Let me divide these three operations in different stages by using different machine. First machine is performing the washing operation, second machine is performing the drying operation, and third one is performing the ironing operation. And let us now calculate the timing concept for all these, the simultaneous one as well as the partition one. Let me cover this with a real example. Now let me come here. So the total, if we are considering a simple machine which is performing the washing, drying and ironing in a time given by, let's say, t. Fine. For n clothes, n number of clothes, time required will be t1 is equal to n into t, where n is the number of clothes and t is the time period specified for only one clothes. And now if we split this machine operation into three parts, the washing, different machine for washing, different for drawing, and last one different for ironing. Fine. And with this division, let's say one machine, roughly one machine takes the time t by 3, second t by 3, and third one also take t by 3. And for n close, this total time is given by 2 plus n into t by 3. And if n, the value of n is very large, that means the clothes are very large, in that case we can neglect the value 2. Here the total time taken will be nt by 3. I can also prove this one, this 2 plus n t by 3 with one more example by considering the timing diagram. And this timing diagram can also be explained with the help of this particular diagram. Here we can have this diagram. Let's say it is the event on y-axis and this is the time on the x-axis. For three operations are there. This is washing, drying and ironing. First cloth enter in the interval t by 3 for washing. In the same time, after t by 3 cycle, this enter into the second cycle. That means cloth 1 enter into the drying cycle, and in the same time at this t by 3 another cloth come into this picture. In while your first cloth was in the drying stage, it enter into the washing stage, and when the first cloth goes into the ironing stage, the second cloth comes to the drying drying stage, and the again third cloth come into the washing stage. And in the same way, after passing these 3T/3 cycles, cloth 1 get out of the washing machine, then cloth 2 come for the drying, cloth 3 for the cloth 2 come for the ironing, cloth 3 for the drying, and cloth 4 for the washing, and so on. By this stage, let me calculate the time taken by each cloth. Let's say come with the cloth 1. Cloth 1 takes 3 into T/3. 3 into T/3 why? Cloth 1 comes out at this stage. That means T/3 plus T/3 plus T/3. That means total 3T/3. And cloth 2 takes 4T/3 because cloth 2 comes out at here. That means T/3 plus T/3 plus T/3 plus T/3, that is 4T/3. And in the same way, cloth 3 takes 5T/3. Cloth 3 is coming out of the machine at this stage. That means T/3 plus T up to, that means 5T/3. And if I go with same operation after the end of the cloth n, this becomes 2 plus n into T/3. And if n is very large, we can neglect the factor 2. So ultimately n cloth can be washed in the time given as Nt/3. On the other hand, if we are performing the operation simultaneously, then the time taken will be, let's say this will be n into t. Roughly I can say, if I am dividing the operation into 3 factors, that means we are actually saving our time, that is again divided by the factor 3. So let us come to the, if we extend, this was the example of our real life where we considered the washing machine example. We can extend the same concept on our processor. So let us come to the processor side, extending the concept to the processor. For k times speed enhancement, we have 2 options, alternative 1 and 2. In alternative 1, we replicate the hardware k times. And one more is split the computation in k stages. Now, let me consider, if we are considering the first case, we are replicating the hardware k times, this will be a costly affair. On the other hand, splitting the computation in k stages, it is increasing the cost of the system very nominally. So preferable answer is alternative 2. So let me consider, as you might have seen in case of our washing machine, we need some kind of tray for the waiting period. Let's say one cloth enter into the washing stage, then drying, and then the ironing. There is some kind of gap, and for the time being, for some time, they are placed on some kind of tray. And while extending the same concept to the processor, we need to have some kind of buffer mechanism. We need to store the data for few milliseconds before the processing. So in that case, in case of pipelining, we need to store that data, and we are using the latch for that particular purposes. And in our case, generally we go for the master slave configuration of the latch. Here we are making a, let's say, model of a synchronous k stage pipeline. Here S shows the stages S1, S2 and up to Sk. This is the k stages diagram actually. So L stands for the latches we are using. Let's say k stages pipeline example is there. This is the kind of synchronous machine which is working with the k stages. So pipelining stages are normally the combination circuit, and when the clock is applied, all latches transfer the data simultaneously. So the dear students, this was the basic concept of pipelining extended toward the processor. Now in the second class, I shall go with some more performance parameters in case of those are being used in the pipelining. For example, and one more thing is hazards in the pipelining. Thank you. That's all.